It's Monday again. How does the time go by so fast? Monday Q&A happening right now. So if you have questions, please post in the chat and we'll get to those. We are also possibly having a guest appear on the live today, probably in 15 or 20 minutes if he's able to. It's Dr. Colin ZHU who will be joining us. He's got an ebook in the bundle, which is a workbook. It's called Thrive Formula Workbook. I just checked on the website. You can check yourself the website. It is, the link is in my bio, but I'm going to share it right here, bit.ly/. Welcome everybody. If you guys have questions, please don't hesitate to post in the chat because today is a Q&A. So please, and UWL bundle.com. Oh, there we go. So I'm posting it in the chat. This is the link to the bundle that is going on right now, and it is only here for 3 more days. So today, tomorrow, and the next day, Wednesday, it's gone and it won't be back. So if you want this bundle, definitely go check it out. Natural Beauty Within, thank you for purchasing a badge. Oh, you're gonna watch this later tonight. Cool. Yeah, we're just waiting for some questions. Again, if anyone has any questions, this is the Monday Q&A, so I'm here to answer anything you guys want to know about. Raw food, lifestyle, sleep, exercise, anything you want to know about me. But yeah, we're hoping that Colin joins in at around 1:30 or so PST, which is 1:15 now, give or take. But yeah, the bundle is going on right now. It's only here for 3 more days. So definitely go check it out. I pinned the link in the chat, and you can also find the link in my bio here on Instagram. Or if this video ends up on YouTube, it's in the description box below. So go check that out. And Nate and I got back from a walk. That's why my hair is kind of messy. We were out for a really long walk. And we've been really enjoying the walks in the morning, and I've had so much energy to do these walks, and I'm actually really enjoying going out and having the walks because I have not had a regular workout routine my entire life. So the sleeping has been the key to getting me to exercise. Getting my sleep right has been life-changing. I know I said raw food changed my life, but now sleep is changing my life again. Sleep is so important. Sleep is incredibly important. P31JC is here. I'm new here. What's in the bundle? The bundle is 112 items worth almost $5,000, yours for 49 bucks. The link is in the chat, so go click on that or go to the link in my bio, but you're getting 112 vegan items. So there's classes, there's cooking classes, there's presentation, there's ebooks, there's recipe books, there's cooking demos, there's yoga, there's fitness classes, I'm just looking at the screen right now, burpees and greens challenge that's worth $79, but you get everything for 49 bucks and it's over in 3 days. You only have 3 days left to buy this bundle and it's gone. We have a 16-year-old in this bundle. His name is Tabay Atkins, and he wrote his very first ebook. It's called Tabay's Top 10. It's his top 10 favorite recipes, and he has included that in the bundle. We've got meditation video in here, or meditation MP3 that you can listen to. There's raw food challenges. You're getting 4 of my ebooks, and you're getting 3 of Nate's in this. Like, there's so much value for $49. Like, you couldn't be able to get all of our content for $49, even with our 40% off code. So this, like, if you wanted to grab some of our content, this is the best way to get some of it. We have the burger book, 144 burger recipes as part of the bundle, the raw vegan oil-free burgers with toppings and sauces and all kinds of good stuff. You're also getting Meal Plan Volume 1, which is the meal plan that I wrote when I lost my 70 pounds. So it's Meal Plan Volume 1. There's 90 recipes in there. You're getting Dips and Dressings, which is one of my most popular ebooks. 117 oil-free dips and dressings, raw vegan, so you can have those on your salads or as dips or whatever sauces you want. And you're getting my brand new ebook, Building a Healthy Relationship with Food. You're also getting Nate's 3 books, his Nice Cream book, his Dude Food, which is another meal plan. It's a choose your own adventure meal plan, and his Alive book, teaching you how to grow sprouts and microgreens. You're getting everything, including like stuff from Dr. McDougall, Dr. Esser, Dr. Nikki Davis, Dr. Colin Zhu, who's going to join in our live today. We've got Brittany Jarudi, the Jarudi family is in here. Tammy Kramer, Nutmeg Notebook, she's in here too. She's got classes. Chef AJ has classes. There's so much content in here. Veg Source, there's stuff from Veg Source in here. It's 13 hours of video. The regular price is $97, but you're getting it in the bundle for 49 bucks along with everything else. This is like insanely awesome deal. You guys have to go check it out. Click the link in the chat or go to the link in my bio. What kind of exercises do you do? Pilates, yoga? Right now, what I'm doing is just trying to get my 10,000 steps in every day. So this morning we went for a nice long walk. Normally we walk for about an hour and a half, and that covers the 10,000 steps. And then we go for another walk in the evening, a lighter walk, like 20, 30 minutes. Maybe we'll just like chat, whatever. In the, like we like the dark. We try not to be on our computers after 7 o'clock, if possible. Like I'll go on my phone sometimes, but we have blue light blockers on our phones now, and we try to not watch TV or anything after 7 o'clock. And we just let our bodies have that natural darkness. And when we read with orange lights. So that's helped my sleep so much, but that's the only exercise I'm doing right now. I do want to start going to the gym and doing some kettlebell workouts. That's kind of interests me, but yes, I love yoga. I just don't do it daily. The only thing I'm doing consistently in the last 2 months has been aiming to get the 10,000 steps every day, just walking. I'm refeeding after an 18-day water fast on day 9, high water fruits, non-stop mono meals. Best way to start adding in more foods. I personally don't do any fasting or water fasting or anything like that, so it's definitely not something that I feel comfortable like helping with advice. But I would say that you're going to want to start slow, because when you go a long period without consuming fiber, gut microbiome starves. So you need to be really gentle with them and go super slow. It's going to take a lot more time than you think. But start slow, adding smaller amounts of variety while still eating enough calories. Obviously you want to get enough calories, but start adding those rougher veggies in slowly to help build your gut microbiome. And it can take a long time to build a healthy gut microbiome. So go slow, go slow. Got the bundle, Grassrooted Ascension, got the bundle. Awesome. I hope you enjoy all the content. Again, the bundle link is in the chat as well as in my bio. So you're going to want to go check it out because there is so much gold in this bundle. It's only available for 3 more days. So it's your last chance to get it because it's not coming back. Did you experience better hair growth with this lifestyle? I personally did. I did go through a period of high stress when my ex and I split up. This was in 2016. So a long time ago, like 6 years ago, where I wasn't eating very much. It was only a little bit of time, but I did notice that my hair was not as great during that period. But I've had no problems with my hair. My hair is thicker now than it ever has been. And I love my hair. My skin is amazing. But the thing is, I eat enough. That is key to having healthy hair, healthy hormones, healthy metabolism, healthy everything. We need abundance and we need variety. So variety is key to build that healthy gut microbiome, increasing it as much as you can. Of the sleep books you've read, which do you recommend? My favorite sleep book of the ones I've read is Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. That one was my favorite. It's very informational. It's more about why we need to value sleep a lot more than we do. It's a really, really great book. I also read Sleep Smarter by Sean Stevenson, and that one was good. Obviously, I don't resonate with the diet advice in there, but a lot of the little steps and tricks he has are really, really good for helping with sleep. It's, again, grain of salt. Always take what you hear with a grain of salt, apply what makes sense, and leave the rest, right? You just take all the information in and work with what seems the best. So those are the two books that I read recently, but Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker was my favorite book of the two. Cool, food and fitness, that's amazing. Yes, food and fitness. I've been sleeping terribly since my mom passed away on December 27th. Sorry. I've had no energy for exercise or even walking. It's hard to sleep when your heart is broken. That is so true. And the best thing that I can suggest would be to talk to somebody. Like, therapy is amazing. Therapy can help you through it and work through the grief. Dealing with the grief is so important, and it's a very important part of a healthy lifestyle. We all go through grief and we all have to deal with it. So I hope that you're able to sleep soon. Grassrooted Ascension says the burger book alone is worth it. Yes, the burger book is part of this bundle. So if you want to grab the burger book, Dips and Dressings, Meal Plan 1, and my new Building Healthy Relationship with Food, all 4 of those are in this bundle. The bundle's only $49 and you're getting almost $5,000 worth of stuff. There's so much stuff from over 90 contributors, and there's vegan doctors in here, like Dr. McDougall wrote a brand new program for this bundle, and it's worth like $100. So if you guys want to get this amazing package for $49, gotta click the link in the chat or in my bio. I've been raw for about a year after doing a fast. I focused mainly on fruit, 1 salad. Can you put weight on by eating too much fruit? I'm not sure what your results that you're looking for, if you're worried about gaining weight or if you need to gain weight. I'm not sure what your results are, but if you eat way more calories than you actually need, then there's a possibility of gaining weight for sure. But it is calories, and weight gain typically comes from eating too many fats and eating lots of fruit. So that's what I would say. I've been raw vegan, 90% vegan, but my spots on my face aren't away 100%. Do I have to be 100% raw? You don't have to be 100% raw. There's plenty of people who clear their acne. It's about lowering your fat intake. It's about increasing your hydration. Eat as much raw as you want, as you can. Just get more raw food in there, get more variety in there, practice good skincare routine, and practice good sleep. Sleep is insanely important. Like it's just as important as your diet. Like, as much value as we put on the food that we eat, we need to put that much value into the sleep that we get. Because the sleep that we get, diet can't do what sleep does. Diet cannot do what sleep does. Let's see, what toothpaste do you use? Is it Magic Mud? Yes, we use Magic Mud. What do you think of oil pulling and with coconut oil? I personally haven't oil pulled in a really long time. It's not really something that I remember to do or that I have time to do. I mean, I could probably do it in the shower, but again, I don't shower every day either. So I could do oil pulling, but it's just not part of my life. The best hygiene care that I like to do is to rinse my mouth out thoroughly after every meal, just to rinse the mouth and clean that up. Do you do any extra exercise when you were trying to lose weight? I didn't. I wish I did do more exercise when I was losing weight, just for the health benefits of it. But I didn't. I did like random hikes. Like, I was moderately to sedentary. Like, I would do stuff sometimes and then I wouldn't do anything at all. And then I would go sometimes weeks where I would be like lifting weights while watching TV with my ex, and then I wouldn't do anything for months. So I really didn't have a routine at all. I just did what I felt I wanted to do. It was mostly the diet that helped me to lose the 70 pounds. I started doing a large fruit smoothie with spinach and eating a large salad for dinner. That's awesome. Let's do all the workouts in the bundle. Yeah, there's lots of workouts in the bundle. There's so many workouts in the bundle. There's Anais Zanotti has abs in here. There's a power up program. It's like an 8-week transformation program. There's yoga class in here from Elise Jones. There's also an 8 workout thing from Jamie Brenkus. And I think there's a few other things in here too. So yeah, there's plenty of workout ideas and stuff in this bundle as well. But again, all of it is $49, yours, if you click the link in the chat or in my bio. Can you tell me a little bit more about your latest book, please? I have the other 3 already and all of Nate's books. Does it talk about cravings? You guys, I am releasing a cravings mini course. It's going to be $77 and it's coming in April. It's going to be a mini course with videos and downloadable content for you to look at. And I'm thinking of also including some assignments or some like quizzes or journaling in there as well. But it's going to be a mini course with 1 to 2 hours worth of video content. So that is going to be dealing with cravings, and it's coming in April. But it's a lot of work to put it together. The newest book that I have is about building a healthy relationship with food. So it talks a lot about diet culture, the need to be perfect, and the things that we're taught from diet culture that we feel like we have to live up to, like body image, how we should eat, all of that kind of stuff. It's more on the mental kind of mindset aspect. And it's all informational. There are some like questions to ponder in there, like to ask yourself. You could journal your answers into another journal. But yeah, that's basically what my new book is about. It's about building healthy relationships with food. Most amazing bundle ever. Unbelievable. So much more than just recipes, even though we love those. Yeah, I know. That's why I love this bundle so much. There's cooking classes and food demos. And there's like James Sant has a $145 mini course called Living Foods 101. He's raw vegan and he teaches like all the stuff you need to know about the kitchen. He's a chef, and it's $145 if you buy it regular, but it's part of the bundle. Like you're getting everything for $49, so it's super awesome. Glad you love it. Glad you love it. Do you recommend any motivational podcast for going green? Ooh, I like Rich Roll. I don't really listen to a lot of podcasts though. So I know Shoshana Chaim. I don't know if that's her last name. She has a good podcast with her partner. Stacey Heine has a podcast. I don't really know. There's not too many. I have a podcast, but I don't have very much up there. I need to get working on the podcast thing. Do you use protein powder? I do not. I get my protein from greens and sprouts and microgreens and eating enough. That's how I get my protein. You can get raw protein powder, but it's dehydrated. So there's like hardly any, there's no water in there. So making avocado fries as we speak. The avocado fries recipe is in the burger book. That is probably by far my favorite recipe in the burger book. The avocado fries dipped in the buffalo sauce. So if you make the cashew buffalo sauce with the avocado fries, that's like my absolute favorite ever. And those two recipes are in the burger book, which is in the bundle. So go check out the bundle and grab that. That burger book is a good one. John, thanks for buying a badge. Sign up for James Sant's course before March 2nd. Yes, definitely. You have to sign up for James Sant's course so that you can attend it. How much will be part of another bundle? I can't talk about any more details, but my cravings course will be regular price at $77. And yes, there are time-sensitive things in the bundle as well. There's a talk. By buying the bundle, you get access, free admission to a Zoom presentation by Dr. Neil Barnard. There's also 3 Saturday sessions with Victoria Moran. You get access to those. Jessica Krant also has a skin healing class that she's doing, I think, on the 20th. I'm not sure. But there are some time-sensitive things. So by buying the bundle, you get free admission to these other classes as well. But everything's in the bundle, $49. Yours, you get to download everything and enjoy it all. There's so much good stuff in there. Ella, Sexy Fit Vegan, has a podcast too. Yes, and she's in the bundle. Thank you, Rockwalla. You're doing awesome moderating my chat here. I love it. Yeah, Ella Maggers from Sexy Fit Vegan has a podcast, and she's also in the bundle. She has, I believe hers is the burpee challenge. Yeah, she has a burpee challenge, and she has another ebook in here too. I think it's a like meal plan or something. But yeah, she's super cool. How do you know how many calories you should be consuming specifically for yourself? I aim for 2,000 and just go from there. So if I feel more like eating more, I eat more. On average, I eat around 2,400 calories a day because that's where I feel satiated and I have enough energy and I get all my nutrition. So it feels really good. So that's how I know how much I need, but I aim for 2,000 as like the bare minimum, I guess, for my caloric intake and for variety and nutrition and all of that stuff. So I make sure for that. What is $77? So in April, I'm going to be releasing my Cravings mini course. It's going to be called Checkmate Your Cravings. It's going to be a mini course, and it will be priced at $77, but I can't divulge any more information. So just know that my Cravings mini course is coming in April, and it will be regular priced at $77. An image consultant, yes. So Ginger Burr, she's in the bundle too. She has an ebook course kind of thing called Dress for You. So basically, whatever your body type, she helps you to dress for your body type, to love your body no matter where you are at in your journey. So yeah, definitely check that out. When do you log your food intake? I personally don't log my food intake right now. I did in the beginning when I first started eating a raw diet because I needed to learn. Yes. Oh, Chef AJ wants to join. Okay, so when I don't track my food intake anymore right now. I do, however, check for YouTube, but I've learned how much to eat. So yes, AJ, I'm gonna. That's awesome. I think she's coming in. Chef AJ. Let's see if she joins. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. Oh,
Hey,
Chef AJ in the house.
you know what? This is really funny because the reason I'm on Charles's phone is because, I'm always being kicked off social media for whatever reason. I'm not kicked off Instagram, but I can't get on. So hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm glad. I think Mandy's here, Raw Koala, because I missed her today on the thing. I'm doing great. I actually was getting ready to make a recipe, which is hilarious, but it's not raw because this is my lunchtime because at 2 o'clock I have one of the bundle contributors, the Speedy Vegan, coming on.
Nice. Very nice. Very cool. And yet that's on YouTube, right?
YouTube at 2 o'clock. I wish there was a way I could put this phone somewhere so I could just keep working and talking to you. That's the thing I don't like about Instagram is it's just much harder. You want to hold it? You could see me. You want to see what I'm making, but it's not raw. I always feel guilty eating cooked food around you.
No, never, ever feel guilty. Because you know what? It boils down to being vegan. That's really all.
But I did just have a huge raw salad before. But I'm making some muffins because I'm traveling on Wednesday for 48 hours. And so I need something to take on the plane. So, well, they're raw except for the oats, but then I guess they're not raw. But they got banana in it and they got apple in it. Hey, can you put this down? Hey, let's see. Actually, that would work. Hey, you can see me now. This works good. And I can keep working on my very short lunch break.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I have a tripod that I put my phone in and I just sit in front of it.
Hey, does everybody know that like you made everything beautiful for the bundle? Like everything that's beautiful is yours, the website. I mean, with no listen, no bundle, guys.
Oh,
Just so you know. So buy from Lissa.
oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a lot of work to put this together on the back end and reply to all the emails. Oh my gosh, we're getting so many emails. It's crazy. But it's worth it because this is something that we really wanted to create for everybody. Like the fact that there's like over 90 contributors to this bundle is just mind blowing.
I was just hoping that when we talked about it, we would get 50. It's amazing.
Right? I know. I'm so surprised that we got so many. And there's so many doctors in this bundle. Like there's amazing content. Just awesome. What's your favorite thing? Oh, look at that.
Well, you know, I don't want to say favorite because I haven't gotten
through. She hasn't gotten through everything. I know it's hard to pick a favorite for sure. Oh no, we lost your volume. There you go.
A lot of people think, you know, this bundle's a trick or something, but go to Andrew Mellon's website. His course does sell for $97. Go to Ramses's website. His course does sell for $47. So even if you only liked one or two things in the bundle out of the 112, you made your money, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I know exactly. And you don't have to use everything in the bundle. Obviously, you'd like to, but even if there was like a couple things that you really, really, really wanted, you could just grab the bundle just for those things. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people do that too. They're like, I just bought it for this, this, and this, and I'm good. And then everything else is just a bonus.
I mean, my goodness, you got 80,000 on Instagram. Why aren't they all buying it from you?
Well, we've got 41 people in the chat right now, so.
All right, 41 people buy from Lissa so that she'll keep working with me and making more bundles, because I don't know how to do the back end. I only know how to do the front end and get the people. That's the only thing I know how to do.
I'm the tech behind the tech.
Lissa is known as the bundle babe. I'm known as the bundle bitch. Those are our rankings. And and Charles, you're the bundle boy because he helps with customer service. So it actually takes a village.
So good. Yeah, Charles is doing so good. Doing the customer service with me. So awesome. I'm so grateful I've got you guys to help me out too. Aww.
Well, one of the most rewarding things, sorry that I keep going because I actually am trying to let's get something in the oven before my 2 o'clock show. One of the best things about the bundle is we make so many connections, not just you and me meeting people, because I pretty much knew everybody in the bundle, but the contributors meeting each other and supporting each other. It's like the most gratifying thing to see that.
Exactly, I know. And there's so many things that there's so many people that you don't know. Like, I didn't know a lot of the people in this bundle either. And I'm like, I've got all these new connections and new friends. We have a question in here. I was confused thinking there's 2 bundles. There's only 1 bundle. No. So what happened was there was the Ultimate Weight Loss Summit, which was videos that Chef AJ put on. And now it's the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle, which is content from over 90 contributors. And it's like eBooks and classes and workout plans, all kinds of stuff. So
you know what? It probably confused people because it was called the Truth About Weight Loss Summit. Lissa was also an expert in the summit, and I had a program many years ago called the Ultimate Weight Loss Program. It's the name of my book. But we have been in other bundles though, you and I, because you have a bundle on raw food. We both were in something called the plant-based bundle.
Yeah, there are different bundles. All bundles have different things in them, and bundles always come back looking different as well. So there's going to be new stuff, different things, different contributors. So every single bundle is very different. So you just got to click on the link and go check it out and look at all the goodies yourself. You can scroll through the website, and everything on the website you get.
Oh, I just realized why none of my followers are watching this. Because Charles has no followers, and I'm doing this from his phone because I can't get into my own Instagram.
Well, no!
If I had known you were going live, I would have made every effort to get that password to try to get back in. Darn.
Oh, that's okay. I was actually, Dr. COLIN ZHU was wanting to go live today with me, and we were just kind of waiting for him. He said he'd come in after 1:30, so we don't know.
I'll certainly leave once he gets there because I got to go set up for my 2 o'clock show.
Oh, that's great.
Well, you're going to be on my show Wednesday at 11. You're the last one.
Yeah, so I'm going to be on Chef AJ's YouTube channel, and you can search on YouTube for Chef AJ, and you can find her channel. And we're going to be making marinated mushroom marinara, raw vegan style, in the kitchen, and it's going to be delicious. We've got a question. Who is Chef AJ? I'm new to all this. Chef AJ, would you share who you are?
Yes, I love that. You know, it's funny. I don't mind your people asking, but it was so funny because once I was scheduled to speak somewhere, literally, and I'm not kidding, and this person goes, who the hell is Chef AJ? And I'm thinking, but you chose to show up at something where I'm, you know, it was funny. Chef AJ is a vegan of almost 45 years. In 6 months, I will be vegan for 45 years. So that's who I am, first and foremost. I am a professional vegan chef. I am not raw, although the culinary school I went to was 100% raw. I went to Living Light, where Chef James Sant was the executive chef, and he's also in the bundle. I have written, well, I don't know, 5 books, but and when you contribute the recipes, is that called writing it? Maybe not, because I've written 3 books.
Look what I got.
You got two of my books.
I have 4.
Yeah, so I've written 4.
Look
and
at
I'm
that.
writing. Yep. I guess that you could, because when I contribute the recipes to Glenn's book, I mean, am I the author? But anyway, so yeah, I have a YouTube show every day at 11 a.m. Pacific time that I've done live every day since the pandemic began. So on March 20th, I'm beginning into my 3rd year, and I eat a little bit different version of the plant-based diet than a lot of people, because I am very low fat. I'm no sugar, no oil, no salt, which actually is kind of similar to the raw people, because they're at least the people like that do it like Lissa, because they're not about the gourmet raw, they're about the more the low fat raw. So we are very much in sync that way. It's just that I do cook my food. I was raw for a couple years. I was always cold. I live in the desert. I'm still always cold. So I guess I'm always going to be cold. And I'm known for my desserts, because I was a pastry chef at a Los Angeles restaurant for 5 years. It was called Sante. I was the executive pastry chef, and I did not use sugar, oil, or salt, but nobody knew, and it wasn't even a vegan restaurant. So that's who Chef AJ is in a nutshell. I'll be 62 in a couple of weeks, and yeah, my IQ is higher than my cholesterol. That's all I got to say. So that's who she is.
Aw, thanks for sharing. What kind of muffins are you making?
So this is my new recipe. It'll be on YouTube a week from Wednesday. These are called oh gosh, I didn't put the apples in. Oh my God, you should never. These are apple fritter muffins, but no wonder they were so low. I didn't, now I gotta go put everything back. I forgot to put the apples in. Oh, this is so, see, this is why Andrew Mellon said today, you cannot multitask. He said multitask is doing several things poorly. So these were gonna be apple fritter muffins, but now I gotta put them back in and add the apple. But anyway, hold on. Thank you for asking, because these would have gone in and they wouldn't be as good or as sweet. This is a silicone baking pan, which is really cool, because when I don't use oil, look, it's just coming right out.
Right.
Woo, it wasn't as hard. Nice. So yeah, they're called apple fritter muffins. Every Wednesday I post a new recipe on YouTube as part of a series called Weight Loss Wednesday. I've done 260 episodes of that. So you get a recipe, and these, I already have one scheduled for this Wednesday, so a week from Wednesday. So, and yeah, that's that.
Oh man, yeah, I know multitasking is so hard. Make sure
Do you want me
everything's
to
on
text Dr. Colin ZHU and see where he is?
Yeah, sure. I did message him and I said that we would be on here. And if he joins, he joins. Someone's asking if you do consultations, and you're also a comedian too.
Yeah, hold on, let me just take, Lissa is live on Instagram waiting for you to go on. You know, I don't do privates anymore. It's just because really, truthfully, I don't have time. But I have a group, kind of, I guess you would call it group coaching. It's called Feel Fabulous Over 40. You can try it for 2 weeks for $1. I find that people generally need help and need more support than I can just give them one-on-one. So I don't, because really, yeah, I just don't anymore, because I mean, I honestly, everything I know about health and weight loss is in my book, which is very inexpensive. And if people don't get enough knowledge gleaned from that, I recommend they try my Feel Fabulous group, where we go live every Wednesday on Zoom with each other, and we have Dr. Doug Weil and Dr. Frank Sabatino. But because I'm just so busy, it's hard to do one-on-ones. And then I don't like charging people a lot of money, but I have to if I'm doing a private consultation, because if I'm doing that, I can't be doing something else. So
Right.
no, I don't. I mean, there are people that do, though. I mean, I can refer people to coaches, but I think that people that are trying to affect permanent dietary or lifestyle change, a group approach is actually can be very helpful. You know, unless somebody's just like a real hardcore introvert that wants no social interaction. I think because when you're in a group, you can see other people, how they learn from their trials and tribulations, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thank you for coming, because I gotta go.
Hello.
Now, here's the
Hello.
thing. I've never left. How do I leave? Okay, I'll figure it out. Thanks, guys.
Just push
You're
the
in. Nice to see you, Dr. ZHU. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, bye, AJ. Oh, thanks for coming on, Colin. It's so good to see you.
No, thank you. I was like waiting in the background. I saw you guys talking, and Chef AJ, I love her, the pieces, and you know, she's always a great time. So thanks for having me on. So
Yeah, no worries. Oh, it's so good to have you on. And yeah, this has been such a cool live because like AJ came on and now you're in here. So I wanted to introduce you to my audience. So can you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you became plant-based and what you have to offer in the bundle?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Colin Zhu. I am a board certified family physician, and I specialize in lifestyle medicine. And my niche is culinary medicine as well. And I have a avatar called the Chef Doc. And basically, it's a brand that started in 2017. It was born out of the idea that I really needed to reach a wider audience and impact people and inspire people outside of the healthcare system. Because I just felt like it was not effective enough and it's not efficient enough. And so I love talking. I love getting to know, my patients, my clients, people in general. I love people. And I want to hear their stories, what their pain points are, what's their, health frustrations, and be able to kind of offer any type of guidance that I can offer. And so, so basically for this bundle, I have included a workbook. It's basically a sampling of my masterclass series called the Thrive Formula is based off of 5 pillars, what I call my 5 to Thrive: food as medicine, functional fitness, community, relationships, and resilience. And so it's a great workbook to kind of let us process and reflect and write things down in journal. And, even though this is called the Ultimate Weight Loss Bundle, which I'm very grateful of being a part of, thank you for you and Chef AJ and everyone behind the scenes. I wanted to go beyond that and, give people an idea that it's not just about weight loss, it's about healthy, sustainable lifestyle choices and behaviors and modifications. So, great bunch of people so far on this collaboration, and I can't wait. So, and I also see patients online, one-on-one consultations. So if you are looking for a lifestyle medicine consultant where we spend an actual hour instead of 7 minutes, talking about, your pain points through your, health and wellness journey, definitely look out. I'm licensed in California, Washington, Texas, Connecticut, New Jersey, Florida, and West Virginia now. So.
Wow, look at you go. That's awesome. And yeah, thank you so much for being part of the bundle. You guys definitely go check out the bundle. The link is in both of our bios. So you can go to either bio, grab the bundle, and enjoy the workbook. So how long have you been following a plant-based lifestyle?
I've been on it for 8 years now. 2014, I started after my first marathon. And, training, for that was, if anyone's trained for their first marathon, it's a bear, right? And so I've had a lot of joint pain, some, GI discomfort and bloating. And I knew about the research, I knew about the evidence, and I just wanted to give it a try, mostly for recovery, performance, and getting, just back on track, literally, quicker than normal. And so, growing up in a Chinese household, we've actually eaten, all equal parts of, all kinds of food, just very balanced. Chinese is very harmonious and, very balanced in that way. And so it wasn't that hard of a transition. We do pretty much plant-based fare pretty well, as in Chinese cuisine. So it's been good. It's been a fun journey, and it's super important to me to practice what I preach, to walk the talk, and to hold other people accountable, including myself. So.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, 8 years. I'm 7 and a bit, so
Okay.
we're around the same time.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So.
it's awesome because now there's so much more information available, and that's what I love about the bundle is I wish that the bundle was around when you and I went plant-based, right?
Sure.
Because there really wasn't a lot of information back then. There was some stuff, but not like this. Like you can get almost $5,000 worth of content for $50, and you can learn everything from doctors like yourself and foodies and chefs and all kinds of cool stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm so glad. Chef AJ always comes up with new ideas, and it's always a good time to collaborate with her. So I definitely can't thank her enough. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you have any questions about lifestyle medicine, what it means to take a visit, with them, definitely reached out. I'm one of going to be like 9+ a team of doctors that we all practice lifestyle medicine. We're all plant-based, and we, practice national telehealth services. So definitely check us out. Thank you so much for having me on, Lissa.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure, my pleasure. I actually also wanted to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
what do you feel is like one of the more common issues that people tend to have when it comes to moving over to a plant-based diet? And do you have any advice for newbies who are looking at maybe embarking on this kind of a journey?
Yeah, for sure. So people who are transitioning, having done primary care and family practice, I pretty much meet everyone on the spectrum. And so for me, I make it simple. I tell them just to eat more plants. 97% of Americans are fiber deficient, and they don't get the recommended daily allowance of fiber, which, RDA, recommended daily allowances, is around like 28 grams per day, which a lot of plant-based experts would argue, upwards to like over 30 towards 40. So it's really about, where do I start? How do I set up my kitchen? What resources, where do I go and shop? What kind of equipment, and at the end of the day, you can do all that stuff, but it's really about having good support, not only from a good coach or a good doctor, but also family, getting your significant others on board, So it's support. It's definitely support. I find that is very predominant, especially during a time like this, even though we're operating, large part virtually, but, do what you can to really include others into the kitchen, and your health starts in the kitchen. So definitely, bring people along for the ride. So
Yeah, definitely. I know when you include family, especially kids too, because kids can do a lot more than we think they can. Like they can wash the vegetables, they can push the on button on the blender, like they can do stuff and get them more involved and more connected with their food because we've
yeah.
lost so much connection with
Yeah,
our
yeah.
food.
Yeah, for sure. And that reinforces positive relationships, which has been, proven and shown to optimize your health and longevity. So at the end of the day, the bundle is great. It's not just about weight loss, and it's really about focusing on other aspects and pillars of health. So
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I like to say too. It's like, it's not that we are against weight loss or whatever, because weight loss happens when you make positive choices, when you change your lifestyle, when you change not just your diet. And I actually, it's funny we're talking about this because I posted a video today. These things do things that diet can't do. And I talk about exercise and sleep. And there's people out there who feel like all they need to do is change their diet, but they don't get their sleep right. They don't exercise, and they don't cultivate healthy relationships with others, themselves, and with their food. So they're so zoned in, focused on just one thing, just one aspect, or they're overly focused. Like
yeah,
maybe they think about their sleep, maybe they do a little bit of exercise, but it's not like a holistic approach. What
yeah.
would you say to people who are having issues when they're like so focused on the diet, but they don't deal with the other things?
Yeah. I'll keep this short and sweet because I have to run to my next appointment. But, lifestyle medicine is based off of 6 pillars, not just of food. Like you said, it's about physical activity, social relationships, avoiding risky behavior and substances, weight management, stress management, hydration, everything, everything is interconnected. I like to think of health kind of like a web. When you touch one side, it's going to positively or negatively affect the other side of the web. So you got to think of it as it's all encompassing, it's interconnected and intertwined. And, if you, kind of like, leverage this, in a positive manner or take away, it's going to affect something else. So you have to be very, very cognizant of the other pillars, and definitely give as much as you can, a little bit of that and a little bit of that. So as a lifestyle medicine, physician, we help on a one-on-one basis, and based off of your medical history, family history, what you do on a day-to-day basis, lifestyle, we recognize these behaviors and patterns, and we tailor, a protocol, we tailor an action plan, that's right for you. So We actually do a lot more, de-prescribing of medications. We get people off of medications, and we get them better. It's really, that's the side effect of it, is really just getting better. So.
Oh, you're so awesome. See, we need more doctors like you. Thank you so much for joining. I know you've got to go, but so blessed to have you on here and so blessed to have you in the bundle. The Chef Doc is your Instagram. So everyone go check out the Chef Doc and check out the bundle, link in our bios. So
Bye. Thank you so much.
Week. You're welcome.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll stick around if you guys have more questions. We can talk a little bit more if you have more questions about this, because I'll stick around. I'm good. I've got time. But yeah, that was Dr. Colin Zhu. He is the Chef Doc on Instagram, and he's got his workbook in the bundle, along with so many other, there's over 100 things in the bundle, definitely worth checking out. I have the link pinned in the chat here. Oh, Rock Koala says, fun live. Yeah, we had Chef AJ on earlier. So if you missed it, I will be downloading this live and putting it on YouTube for anyone who is new to the live who might have missed that. Chef AJ was making her muffins, and I'm going to be live on Chef AJ's YouTube channel on Wednesday. That's March 2nd. That's like 2 days. The bundle's only here for 3 more days, and I'm on her channel for the last day. And we're going to be making marinated mushroom marinara, raw vegan style. It's going to be delicious, and I can't wait to share that. Rockawala says, I'm looking forward to reading your book in the bundle. Thank you so much, Rockawala. The new book that I have is called Building a Healthy Relationship with Food. What time? I'm going to be on Chef AJ's YouTube channel at 11 a.m. PST. And then obviously you can watch it after too. But if you want to watch it live, it'll be at 11 a.m. PST on Wednesday, March 2nd. And yeah, what do you have in the bundle? Sorry, I just joined. Awesome. I'll just share really quickly what I have in the bundle. I've got 4 items in this bundle. The burger book I just added because everyone was asking if I could add the burger book. So I added the burger book. You're getting the burger book. You're getting Meal Plan Volume 1, which was the first meal plan that I wrote ever. And there's 90 recipes in that one. There is Dips and Dressings, which is my most popular ebook because there's 117 oil-free dressings in there, all raw. And the newest book that I just wrote for this bundle, it's called Building a Healthy Relationship with Food. It's an informational book with a couple like personal time to reflect questions where you can ask yourself. It was a hard book to write because we are all bombarded with diet culture, everything, our body image, why we want to lose weight, why we want to eat, how we want to eat perfectly, all these kinds of concepts I put into this book. So it's more just like, it's just a book that you can read with an open mind and an open heart to just really ask yourself what it is your relationship with food. Like, how are you connecting with food, and how do you connect with your own body? Why do you want to choose raw? Why do you want to choose vegan? So it's a really good book, I think. It was fun to write, but it was also hard to write. It was very hard to write because I, like everyone else, I mean, diet culture was a big thing, and it's taken a long time to release a lot of the diet culture beliefs around food and life and all that stuff. Let's see. Oh, and Nate also has 3 ebooks in the bundle, my husband. He's got Alive, teaching you how to grow sprouts and microgreens, Dude Food, which is choose your own adventure meal plan, and his nice cream book, which has 106 nice cream recipes. But all of these books, you're getting everything for $49, including Dr. Colin Zhu that you saw. Chef AJ has some cooking classes in there. We've got workout plans. We've got more recipe books. We've got classes. By buying the bundle, you get Dr. Neil Barnard's Zoom class where you get free admission to go to his Zoom class on March 24th. So there's just so much stuff. Go click the link in the chat or in my bio and go check it out. Is it not good to brush your teeth after eating, right? Just rinse after water. Right after eating, especially acidic foods, it's recommended not to brush your teeth because your enamel will be softer. So just rinse really, really well and just keep up your morning and evening teeth brushing routine. That's what I'd say. I'm not a dentist, but that's just what I've researched and what I believe works the best. When's the last day to buy it? The last day to buy the bundle is March 2nd. So Wednesday, you've got 3 days. 3 days. It's actually more like 2.5 days now, but it's over March 2nd at midnight PST. So you got to get it before then. And we are not bringing it back as is. So whatever you see on the website is what you get for $49. And if it comes back, it'll be different. And if it comes back, it won't be till next year anyways. So this specific bundle, there's always a bundle, but this specific bundle will only last until Wednesday. Any of these recipes in the monthly menu plan? No, the monthly menu plan that I have is an app. It's rawfoodromance.com. It's $5 a month. And the menu plan in that app is always new recipes. So on the 1st, actually tomorrow, we are releasing 6 new recipes. I always do 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners. And they're released in the app on the 1st of every month. So you get to use them in your next meal plan. You get to plan out your day, and it builds a shopping list for you. So you can just buy everything you need for the week, for the 5 days, or you can add day 6 and 7 if you want to. But rawfoodromance.com, that's the app. It's a web-based app, so it's not an app from the App Store because those cost way too much money. But this one, I pay per user, so that's why it's only $5 a month. I just want you guys to be able to use it to plan out your day. And the recipes that are in the app, the majority of them are brand new and they're not in any of my recipe books. There are a couple because I've had requests where people are like, can you add this recipe? I use it all the time. I want it in the app. So I've added a couple recipes, but not a lot. I'm trying to keep the app recipes new and fresh and different. So you're going to have different recipes in the app. Again, rawfoodromance.com if you're interested in the meal planning app. Your passion and genuine experiences are amazing. Super testimony to the lifestyle. Oh, thank you very much. I'm so glad you guys are here with me and that you resonate with stuff that I have to say. Thank you so much. I've been raw for over 7 years. For those who don't know, I went raw in 2014 and I lost 70 pounds. And that's when I started writing recipes and started helping people find their way towards more or all raw food. Again, it's not about being perfect. It's not about being 100% overnight. It's about just adding more raw. Let's get more raw into our diets. And we all eat raw food, like guacamole is raw, salsa is raw. There's a lot of raw foods that we already eat, but it's more about adding more and getting more variety in. So when you're making a salad, add different varieties. When you go to the grocery store, pick up a different kind of green, try a different kind of root. If you see like golden beets and you've never had golden beets before, try them. Try new foods and start small with the new foods so your gut isn't like, whoa, 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 whoa. Start slowly and just add more raw until maybe raw is all you want. Because there's no end goal. It's just every day making good choices and adding as much raw as you want. So is in your bio. Yes, the link to the bundle is in the bio. The link to my app is rawfoodromance.com. So you'll have to do the app separately because that is not part of the bundle. But the bundle is only available until March 2nd. You've got 3 days. March 2nd, it's over. It's $49 and you're getting almost $5,000 worth of stuff in it. So it's definitely worth it. What's your thoughts on avoiding fruits that have high potassium? Good question. I personally don't even think about the potassium level because there's a lot of greens and other veggies that have way more potassium than fruits do. I don't worry about my potassium levels at all, and I haven't had any issues. Nate and I are actually going to do some blood tests in May, June-ish area because we're just interested to see how our blood is doing now that we've been eating this way for years and years. Our gut microbiome test came back a lot better than I even thought it would be. I had a 95th percentile for diversity and our gut score came back at 83% overall, which is way higher than the average. The average is 62%. So we had a way better gut score and my diversity score was super high. Even the microbiome specialist that I spoke with was quite surprised with the variety of the gut microbiome that I have, but I eat a lot of variety. Nate and I eat like maybe over 80 different varieties of fruits and veggies throughout the week. We don't do a lot of mono meals. We eat big salads with like 20 ingredients in it, and we eat a lot of variety, but we don't eat like, say, 4 cups of broccoli at one sitting. We have a little bit of broccoli and a little bit of endive and a little bit of fennel and a little bit of this and that and beets and tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce and whatever. Like we have so many different varieties that all together make a massive salad. So we like small amounts of lots of things instead of lots of one thing. So that's kind of how we like to do it. So yeah, as for the potassium, we don't mind, or we don't worry about that. Is there a Facebook group for the menu plan? No, there's not. I will be releasing at some point, I don't know when, because I've got so much work to do, you guys. I can't believe all the projects I have going on. But I am still working on my e-course, which is a full e-course. There's going to be 30 videos with 90 recipes where you cook with me in the kitchen. I filmed them over 2 years ago. I just need to get editing them. So there's going to be 90 recipes in this course, and it's going to be basically called Raw Immersion, where you are with me for 30 days. You get 3 videos a day, and you can cook with me, you can learn with me, and I will have so much information in that course. There will be a Facebook group with that course, but I don't have it right now. Not yet. I got so many projects on the go. What's the best way to best freeze dryer for home? That is a question for John Kohler at Growing Your Greens. We are actually going to buy a freeze dryer. It's going to be my birthday gift to Nate. We're getting a freeze dryer, but they are expensive. The only one that I know of is recommended by John Kohler, our friend. He lives here in Vegas, and we hang out a lot, and he is the one that we're going to get our freeze dryer from. So I don't remember the brand at all, but I will be sharing my stories when we eventually get it. Best dehydrator? I personally love our Excalibur 9 trays. There is the Sedona. I haven't personally used the Sedona, so I don't have any review on it, but we love our Excalibur. I have a pink one. They're discontinued now. I bought it like 5 years ago. I used to get the cheap, inexpensive ones that had stacking trays, but I didn't like the stacking trays because you are limited on space. Like you can't put bigger things in, like stuffed mushrooms or even kale chips. It's really hard to dehydrate things that are beyond a slice of banana or whatever, or a slice of tomato for sun-dried tomatoes. So I don't like stacking dehydrators. I like the dehydrators where you can pull the trays out, and the trays are like, they have like a slider. So you can take out 3 trays and you'll have plenty of space to put a bowl, or you can put like packed up high marinated mushrooms or whatever you want to put in there that's like way higher than the space you have. And I also like dehydrators that have the fan on the side, not on the bottom. Most of the stacking dehydrators have fans on the bottom, and if you have all your stuff on the trays, there's like juice that drips, there's crumbs that go into the fan, and the fan dies eventually, sooner than later. So I really like the Excalibur. That's been the best one that we had. And like I said, I bought mine like almost 6 years ago now, 5.5, 6 years ago, and still going strong. We love it. It works really well. Do you eat lots of fruit with Candida's overgrowth? Approximately how much? So Candida is a sign of gut dysbiosis. If you have an overgrowth of Candida, it means that your gut microbiome is not strong enough to deal with the Candida, because healthy adults who have a healthy digestive tract and strong gut microbiome still have Candida in their system. It's just not overgrown, and it doesn't cause any problems. It's natural to have a small amount in the colony of your gut. But if you have an overgrowth, that means that you have gut dysbiosis, which means an imbalance of bacteria. Now, I dealt with Candida overgrowth for 15 years of my life. From age 19 to 34, I dealt with Candida. I did fasts, I did cleanses, I limited fruit, I did the paleo thing, I did all kinds of stuff, herbs and whatever. I did a lot to get rid of my Candida. And I worked at a health food store for a decade, and I got all the supplements for really super cheap or free. And so I used a lot of stuff to try and get rid of my Candida, and nothing worked like going raw. And the reason why it worked was because I stopped eating processed food, I stopped eating oils, and I stopped eating animal products, and I started eating high fiber foods, which in turn built my own gut microbiome, and the yeast left on its own. They didn't want to live in there anymore because my gut microbiome was growing super strong and just fought it off for me. Because 70% of your immune system is in your gut. You got to feed those guys a wide variety of fiber. And I ate fruit. I ate lots of fruit. I ate dates. I ate pineapples and 5 to 10, 15 bananas a day when I first started raw, and I didn't even worry about it. My Candida went away. I used to have yeast infections and bladder infections all the time before I went raw. And then once I went raw, I was eating lots of fruit, but also lots of greens, lots of veggies, lots of sprouts. I didn't do the all fruit thing because I believe in balance and I believe in variety. So I ate lots of fruit, but I also ate lots of greens, 2 salads a day, and my Candida just went away on its own. You could take probiotics to help stabilize the environment while you're growing your bacteria. That can help as well. You could also use yeast killers like oregano oil or something like that, but I never did any of that. I just started eating more variety and more fiber, and it just, for me, it went away on its own. So I'm using salsa as a dressing this week. Salsa is a great dressing. I like salsa and avocado as dressing, and that's what Nate and I use if we're out and about and we're like, oh, we're hungry. We always keep bowls and forks in our truck. So if we need to stop off at a grocery store, we'll grab some lettuce, tomatoes, cucumber. We'll get avocado, we'll mash that up, and we get fresh salsa because most grocery stores have fresh salsa. So we'll get some fresh salsa, mix it up with some guacamole, throw it on a nice salad, chop up the veggies because we keep a knife and a flexible cutting board in our truck too. Doesn't take up a lot of space, but it is a lifesaver when you're hungry and you've been running errands all day and you really need food. Just go to the grocery store and we just chop everything up, mash up that avocado in the salsa, and it's a great, delicious salad. Delicious. Do your teeth ever wear down from all raw? I've been doing this a month now and it's so much chewing. I haven't experienced anything. It's been over 7 years and my teeth are no longer sensitive to everything that I eat. I used to, even just drinking water would be sensitive before I went raw. They're totally fine. Again, I eat variety. I eat a lot of greens. I don't just do fruit, but I will also rinse my mouth out after I eat as much as I can. Just afraid that my drive gets full. Oh, I might have missed that question. Was it about the bundle? The bundle is just over 2 gigs worth of space. So you can download them to Dropbox or to Google Drive or to a USB stick, and then you can access them from there. So it's only 2 gigs-ish of space. And again, you guys, the bundle's over in 3 days. You only have 3 days left to get over $4,700 worth of content for 49 bucks. Super crazy, awesome deal. You're getting 4 of my ebooks and 3 of Nate's ebooks and over 100 other ebooks and courses and presentations and all kinds of good stuff. So definitely check it out. The link is in the chat. What else do we got for questions? Is there a vegetable that your gut doesn't agree with? I personally agree with all vegetables. I haven't had an issue with any vegetables. I eat sunchokes and fennel seeds. Actually, I keep a little jar of fennel seeds on the desk here because this is where Nate and I eat our dinner. And I'll just put like half a teaspoon of fennel seeds on my salad to feed my gut microbiome. But we eat lots of different kinds of veggies and I don't have an issue with any of them. The only time that I would feel a little uncomfortable would be if I sat at a table talking for hours after I ate. It doesn't matter what you eat. You could eat a plate of mangoes. And if you're talking for hours and sitting in a crunched up position and you're not moving, that can cause gas and bloating too. It's not always the food that you're eating. Sometimes it's mechanical. You didn't chew your food right. You talked while you were eating. You're swallowing a lot of air, or you're blending a lot of air into your sauces. You're not moving after meals. You're sitting for long periods after meals in a crunched up position. These are all things that affect our digestion that has nothing to do with food, because broccoli and cabbage and all that, those are good for us. They are human food. It's just that if you have a weak gut microbiome, if you're not chewing your food, if you're not moving after your meals, if you're crunched up, if you're talking a lot while you're eating, you're swallowing a bunch of air, these kinds of things can add gas and bloating, and people think it's the broccoli when it's actually a lot of other things that it could be mechanical that's happening. So yeah, definitely look at that if you are having issues. I'm in Las Vegas too. Woo, Las Vegas! I love living here so much. It's like the best. I love going out to the desert. Nate and I have been doing so many hikes out in the desert. Red Rock and Valley of Fire and even Zion. So awesome. I love Las Vegas. It's so great here. Do you know how do you know if you have Candida? I was tested by a naturopathic doctor when I was 19, and she tested for overgrowth of Candida. You can get stool sample tests from your practitioner. But yeah, that's how I was tested. I don't know how they do it now because that was, oh my gosh, that was 23 years ago. I cannot believe it. I'm 42 now. How was I 19 at some point? But yeah, that's how I was tested. Again, I'm not sure exactly how you would test, but you can get your gut microbiome tested. They don't test for Candida or SIBO or anything, but they do test the strength of your gut microbiome. It's called Ombre Lab, OMBRELAB.com, and they do an in-home gut microbiome test. All you do is grab a rice-sized sample of your stool, preferably not touched by anything else because you want it to be as right out of your body as possible. You take a rice-sized sample on a Q-tip and then you mix it in some solution and then you send it off to them. So it's super easy. You do it in your own home. And then after about 2.5 weeks, they've done the test and they give you an email with a list of everything that they found in your gut microbiome. So they give you a test score, they give you a diversity score, they tell you what foods would feed your microbiome, because microbiomes are like snowflakes. Every single one of them is different. So what one person needs might not be what another person needs. So I, for example, need more sunchokes, fennel, asparagus, wild garlic in my diet. Nate needs more cilantro and cherries and avocados and some interesting other things, right? We're both different. So we are including these foods. I got dragon fruit and pears. So I've been eating more dragon fruit and pears. He got cherries and I can't remember what else he got. He got a different list of fruits for his microbiome because we are both different, and you come from different area, like depending on how you were born. If you were born C-section, you have less microbiome. If you weren't breastfed, you have less microbiome. Depending on the area you were living, if you live rural or urban or whatever, like there's so many factors that come into play when building your gut microbiome, but definitely looking at different foods to build the ones that you need most is really important to know. So I like the gut microbiome test from Ombre Lab. When do you finish eating for the day and what time do you break fast daily? So we have rough estimates. We do not follow a schedule because I don't believe in windows or timing or anything. I'll eat right before bed if I feel hungry. I don't limit myself. If I'm starving, which I'm normally not starving, but if I'm hungry before bed, I'll eat some fruit or whatever. I don't care about the time. But that said, we do kind of have a rough time when we do eat. So we normally eat dinner around between 5:30 and 6:30. Sometimes it's later, sometimes it's 7:30. Like tonight's probably going to be 7:30 by the time we eat because I've got classes and calls and everything, so we won't be eating until later tonight. But we always eat really early in the morning. So we get up right now around 5:15 to 5:30. Sometimes we don't get out of bed until 6:30. It really depends on the day. We're pretty much, we just go by whatever. I mean, work starts at a certain time, but in the morning we get up around, I don't know, I've been getting up around 5:15, 5:30, and then I just kind of like answer some messages on my phone, whatever, just kind of chill. But we eat before we go for our walk. So I like to eat around 300 calories or more for my first breakfast. And then when we get back, we have a smoothie for second breakfast. So we've been doing 2 breakfasts in the last 2 months, and it's been really nice because we've been doing the walks in the morning, but we eat when we wake up. We eat the biggest amount of food that we can in the morning. We also eat lots of food in the afternoon too. We eat lots of food. We love it. You have to starve out the bad bacteria. Yeah, you can starve out the bad bacteria by feeding the good bacteria. That's the key. Feed the good bacteria and they'll take over. Lots of dark leafy green veggies and herbs for sure. Do you recommend hemp seed oil for salads? No, I am zero oil. Zero oil. I make all my own salad dressings and we don't use oil. That's just, it's been over 7 years and it's not part of our lifestyle. But I have the Dips and Dressings ebook with 117 oil-free dressings, and all my meal plans have oil-free dressings. Everything that I have is oil-free. So there's lots. There's so many different ways. What's your shirt say? It says Edmonton. It was the Edmonton Marathon in 2015. So a year after I went raw, and maybe not a year. It was probably like 8 months. 8 months after I went raw, I ran a half marathon without training, which was silly. But I ran the entire thing. I beat my personal trainer that I had at the gym. And this was a t-shirt that I got from doing that half marathon. And that was pretty cool. I haven't run a half marathon since, but it was fun. And I did it on raw and it was great. So yeah, that's what my shirt says. Are smoothies okay instead of salads? I personally prefer doing salads for lunch and dinner. You could do a smoothie, but I value variety. So just doing another smoothie is really limiting on variety. So if you can, if that's really like what you need, right? If you need to just make a smoothie and get on with your day, do it, because it's better than eating a donut. Can all veggies be eaten raw? Pretty much. There are a few things that might not be, like eggplant, for example. You do have to cook that. We dehydrate it. I feel like the dehydrator does help with things like mushrooms, and you can freeze mushrooms and that lowers the agaritine in it. But again, Dr. Greger did a video about the agaritine and there's really no worry about it. So mushrooms are fine eaten raw. We like to marinate and dehydrate them though. It tastes way better. But yeah, the only thing that I would avoid completely would be sprouted red kidney beans. That's pretty much the only thing that I don't eat raw. And maybe white potatoes. White potatoes are, no. Because it wouldn't be interesting eating raw. Anyways, you helped me transition to raw. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So glad. Can we remineralize our teeth? If so, how? By having high minerals in your diet. If you have high minerals, like lots of greens, lots of sprouts, lots of vegetables in your diet that are really high in minerals, then you remineralize your body. And don't brush your teeth with something with glycerin in it. Now, I know there's a lot of natural toothpaste out there that have glycerin in it, or they add glycerin to it. The glycerin coats your teeth and prevents remineralization. So the reason why they put glycerin in toothpaste is to prevent bacteria from eating your teeth, or the acidity from the bacteria to eat your teeth. But the thing is, it also prevents remineralization. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't want glycerin. That's why I use Magic Mud, because they don't use glycerin in their toothpaste. So glycerin's a big one that I don't want in my toothpaste. I would prefer to just brush my teeth and have my saliva remineralize my teeth, because I eat a lot of mineral rich foods. So it really boils down to the foods that you eat. What's the name of the Candida test again? The Candida test, that was done on me when I was 19, like 23 years ago. So I don't have the name of that test. My naturopathic doctor did it. But if you're looking for the gut microbiome test, which is not a Candida test, it's a gut microbiome test to test the strength of your gut microbiome. That's Ombre Lab. Oh, I'll put it in the chat. OMBRELAB. So Ombre Lab, ombrelab.com. And you can order the test from them. I love dehydrated eggplant bacon. Ooh, yes, I love dehydrated eggplant bacon. I'm just scrolling back here to see. Susan is still waiting on her results. Oh, yeah, it's normally 2.5 to 3 weeks. Sometimes it can be 4 weeks to get your results back, because it just depends on the volume of testing they have. How many hours per day do you work? From the minute I sit down on the couch after our walk until maybe an hour before bed. No, maybe 2 hours before bed. I feel like I work all day. I'm always answering messages. I'm always editing a video, or working on a bundle, or working on another book or project, or I'm always working. I feel like I work a lot. So yeah, I work all the time. What makeup line do you use? I use, I'm really not wearing a lot of makeup today. Like hardly any. I have like this like shimmer and a mascara, and that's it. I don't even think I did my brows. But as for makeup, I like Jane Iredale. I have anything vegan I'll go for. I'm pretty cool with that. Kat Von D has some pretty cool stuff, and she's vegan, so her line's vegan. There is some vegan stuff from Tarte. Hourglass has some vegan products that I have. Like, I just get various things. Like, I don't stick to one line. I have lots of stuff from all different kinds. As long as it's vegan and cruelty free, I'm game. I'll try it out. And the eggplant bacon recipe is in the burger book, which is part of the bundle For those of you who are new, the Burger Book, Meal Plan 1, Dips and Dressings, and my Building Healthy Relationship with Food ebooks are all in the bundle, along with over 100 other ebooks. So click the link in the chat here or in my bio to go grab that, because it's only available for 3 more days. After March 2nd, you can't get it ever again, as is. What it is right now is only available once, and when it's gone, it's gone. We're not bringing it back, and we're not extending the sale either. How do you feel about alkaline water? I'm not into the alkaline water thing. I'm not into the acid alkaline thing either. I don't think that that holds enough scientific validity personally. Again, I know not everyone's going to agree with me, but that's just what I believe. I use reverse osmosis with Nate. So we have a reverse osmosis machine. We like spring water or reverse osmosis as our top choices for our water. Who is your doctor? I actually don't have a doctor. I'm new to the US and I haven't gone to see a doctor yet. We will be getting our blood tests done, and I'm thinking of either maybe Dr. Colin Zhu, who we had on our live. I might message him and have him be my functional lifestyle doctor. Who knows? I don't know. Because I'm a new immigrant to the US, I really haven't needed to see a doctor, so I don't have a primary care physician here. But when I was in Canada, I was seeing a naturopathic doctor. So, but I was scared of the doctor. I didn't go when I needed to, because I had all the symptoms for PCOS. I had all the symptoms for diabetes, but I didn't want to go to the doctor because I was scared of getting that diagnosis. So I never got the diagnosis, but I had all the symptoms of it. So yeah, I should have gone to get those diagnoses, but I didn't. I don't think you ever stop working. No, I don't. I feel like I don't ever stop working, but I love it. I love talking to you guys. I could be on here forever. I mean, it's been an hour and a half and I could just keep going. The bundle is awesome. Yes, love the burger book and the eggplant bacon recipe. Yes, grab the bundle. The link is in the chat as well as in my bio to get that and enjoy those recipes. Do you ever crave desserts that is not nice cream? Good question. I actually don't. I've had the random raw like cheesecake or whatever, but they're just so heavy. I'm not really, I don't really enjoy them. So it's not something that I would crave, because I'm like, I don't really want it. I'd rather have nice cream or just a bowl of fruit. I just really like having that. And I'm normally not really hungry for any extra stuff after dinner. Dinner satisfies me enough. So if Nate makes nice cream, I'll have some of his nice cream. But yeah, it's never really like a thing. Desserts. Yeah, interesting. How and why did you immigrate? Ooh, why did you move from Canada? Those are 2 great questions. So the story goes, so I went raw in 2014. I wrote my first ebook in 2016, and I released that ebook to everybody. So, and that ebook is in the bundle right now. So if you want Meal Plan Volume 1, that's in the bundle. You got to click the link here in the chat or go to the link in my bio after the live. So anyways, I released that book, and my husband, Nate, who wasn't my husband at the time, he bought my book just as a fan, just like all of you guys. And he bought the book and he changed his life. He lost 60 pounds and he became a raw vegan. Now in 2017, he went to the Woodstock Fruit Festival and he met my friend Jack from Raw Tropical Living. I'm sure some of you know Jack. And they talked for hours, and Nate was like, I love Lissa. She changed my life. I followed her meal plan and I lost 60 pounds and it was amazing. And Jack gets on the phone and he's like, Lissa, you have to interview this guy for your YouTube channel because he followed your meal plan and he's a success story. So I was like, cool. So we got in connection, and Nate and I did a Zoom interview, or actually Skype at the time. We did a Skype interview that is currently on my YouTube channel. You can still watch it. It's like 4 years old, almost like almost 5 years now. So I interviewed him for my YouTube channel, and I was just like googly eyes, like, oh my gosh, this guy is so amazing. And then we just kept talking after the Zoom call that we did. And we got to be really close friends, and then we fell in love. But I was in Canada and he was in Oregon. So I was like, what are we gonna do? We were planning on meeting up at Woodstock in 2018, but we couldn't help it. We had to see each other. So I went to visit my friend in Oregon and we met there for the first time, and it was just love at first sight. So for the next year and a bit, we applied to get a K1 fiance visa, and we decided to get married because why not, right? And so we did the immigration process where for a while there, I wasn't allowed in the US because I was waiting for my visa. So Nate would come to visit me and I would go to visit him, and we were doing all kinds of adventures together. And a lot of those adventures are still on YouTube that you can watch. They're years old, but I would make videos about our little adventure falling in love. And I went to Montreal to get my visa. And then in August of 2019, I flew to New York, which activated my visa. So once you enter the US, it activates the fiance visa and you have 90 days to get married. So we just got married at the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and Ann Osborne, she married us, and we had all our fruity friends there. It was such an amazing wedding. So yeah, we got married in 2019. We'll be celebrating our 3-year wedding anniversary this August. And I moved to the US because I wanted to be with Nate. So that's why I'm here. And I moved just before all of the worldwide craziness happened. So I'm really, really, really grateful and blessed that I was able to get here before all of that happened. So I was able to move and be with my love. And we were living in Oregon for 2 years, and we just moved to Vegas in July. So it's been 7 months since we've been in Vegas, and we absolutely love it here. We are totally desert people. So that's my story. That's how I moved from Canada and why. I moved for Nate. I moved for love. I can highly recommend Ani Fayos dessert book, but the recipes are high fat. Yeah, I know the high fat ones, they're good. They're good, but they're high fat. Is peanut butter considered raw if it's made with just peanuts? I love stuffing dates for my candy bar cravings. The problem is when you're adding fat and fruit together, that's why the raw desserts or high fat like peanut butter and dates don't work for your insulin and can cause weight gain and insulin resistance because you're eating so much fat with the fruit. So I personally don't do peanut butter. I don't even eat the dates straight. I use dates as an ingredient in smoothies and sauces and dressings and that kind of thing. I rarely ever eat dates straight unless we're like on a date farm and we're picking them straight from the tree. I'll eat them that way. But I just eat whole fruit because I'd rather get that hydration. And then I also am looking at staying low fat. And it's very easy to eat way too much fat when you're just putting peanut butter on stuff, and your fat percentage is going to go way high. Plus, the omega-6 to 3 ratio in peanuts is one of the worst. So there's way too many omega-6s in peanuts, and it's very imbalanced for your own omega-3, EPA, and DHA. So it's really important to lower the amount of omega-6s you're eating and increase the amount of omega-3s, which would be flax, chia, that kind of thing. So peanuts, I mean, we will use peanuts randomly here or there. If we're making like a pad thai, we'll add a tablespoon or two. But it's super random. It's only like a handful of times in a year. So it's not something that's really used in our diet. But again, just sharing my 2 cents. Your wedding dress was gorgeous. Where did you get it from? There was a bridal store. I was actually only going to I had this other little dress that I got for $100, and that was going to be my wedding dress. I really wasn't really interested in spending a lot of money on a wedding dress. But I had somebody message me and say, you gotta go check out this place. It was a little store in Edmonton, Alberta. So I went over there, and they treated me like gold, and I found the dress of my dreams. They gave me a great deal, and I was like, okay, I'll get it. It's a Mila Nova gown, and it was one of their discontinued styles. So I was like, okay, and I ended up buying that. I love that dress. That's a K1 visa. Yes, a K1 visa is where you apply for the visa. You have to do like a full-on medical exam, and it takes a long time. It took 2 years for me to immigrate down here, and I still don't have my permanent resident card, which I am still going to file for in August, because you have to have 2 years worth of successful marriage in order to file for permanent residency. Right now I have conditional residency. I still have to pay US taxes and do all that kind of stuff, but I'll get my permanent resident card in about a year. I know, it's so crazy. It's crazy how long this takes to do, but I'm Canadian too, and I love Las Vegas. Cool. Where are you from? I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I did my first 5 years raw in Edmonton. So -47, anyone? It's pretty cold up there, but I managed to do it. And yeah, I love Edmonton. But I also love Vegas. I really love the heat here. What would you say are the most important raw foods to work into your diet if you're not fully raw? Greens, juices, particular fruits. Which do you feel give you the most energy or glowing skin? I personally don't juice. We don't have a juicer, so that's not really part of our diet. I prefer the whole food because I want the fiber for my gut microbiome, and I also want the polyphenols and antioxidants that come when the bacteria digest the fiber. So fiber is incredibly important. Anything that's whole, anything that's variety, and anything that is delicious, that's going to get you to eat raw food, I think is amazing. The hydration level for skin is awesome. Greens and fruit and sprouts and microgreens and fresh herbs, vegetables, it's all good. I think everything has its place, and I think variety is where it's at. Variety gives you the most variety. I mean, we want a variety of nutrition, so we have to eat a variety of foods to get that. You're amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Do you use as natural as possible skincare too? I actually really enjoy Eminence Organics. I've been using Eminence Organics for 15, 20 years now. I love their products so much, but I do use other products. I have Alginist, which is a vegan collagen, kind of a cream. I really like those products. What else do I have? I think that's about it. I like to use masks. There's a mask from Gleeman that I really like. I love Sephora. I will definitely enjoy a good shopping trip in Sephora. But again, as long as it's vegan and cruelty-free, I'm game. I'll do it. I'll try it. But yeah, Eminence is one of my favorites. Fort McLeod. Awesome, awesome. Go Canada. Do you eat meat? No, I do not. I'm trying to convince my family to slowly give up meat. I have not consumed meat or animal products, so no cheese, no honey, no eggs, no meat, no fish, none of that for over 7 years. Not part of my diet. I'm a vegan for ethical reasons. I'm vegan for the animals, for the environment, and for my health, but vegan for those reasons. I'm ethical vegan, and I just choose raw because I feel best on raw. I don't do it because I have to, or because I'm scared of cooked food, or any of those reasons. I choose raw because I love raw. I love how I feel on raw, and it's delicious. So yeah, no meat here, no meat. What's your morning smoothie recipe? We have a few, but lately our favorite has been 4 bananas, 4 dates or 5 dates, a little bit of cacao powder, some maca powder, raw maca powder, vanilla extract, a little bit of maple syrup, and water. And then we'll blend that up, and then we'll add ice to give it like a coldness. That's been our favorite one. But also, oh my gosh, we've got passion fruits back here in Vegas. The passion fruits are back. Whew, so good. I love the passion fruit. We do banana, like 6 passion fruits, frozen peaches, frozen strawberries, frozen raspberries, maybe some frozen blackberries, and chia seeds, and what else do we put in there? Dates. And it's the passion fruit. It really is. Maybe a little lemon juice. And that smoothie is like, so amazing. So yeah, passion fruit is another big one that we've been eating a lot of. Let's see. I hear the Ilia foundation is great. Oh, I don't use foundation. I use a tinted moisturizer from Suntegrity. It really doesn't cover a lot. I use it mainly for the SPF because we live in the desert. And it's just got a little bit of a tint. I put some on like at 6 a.m. So it's probably worn away, but this is like pretty much my natural skin. I have no filter on this live. So this is me with no makeup, except, yeah, I did put a little eye sparkle on, and I did my mascara. So, but yeah, no makeup. This is just my natural face. I might have a little blush on from yesterday, but let's see, what else do we got here? I really like to try more raw food. You can, by just adding more raw food to your diet. Just try new recipes, add some more raw food here and there, make bigger salads, make your smoothies. You don't have to be all raw, because that's if you want to be, that's cool, but add more raw. Just enjoy more raw food. Was Nate fully raw when you met? Yes, he was. He went fully raw about 8 months before we actually met. And he did it all on his own. I didn't have to convince him of anything. I mean, I did on YouTube, but he got my book and he changed his life all by himself. And then we met after that. So it was really cool. And we've been raw ever since. It's pretty awesome. Just realized you were vegan after I typed it. That's okay. I'm always told I won't meet protein goals as a vegan. You won't meet protein goals if you undereat. If you're under eating, like you're eating 1,000 calories a day, it doesn't matter what diet you're on, you're going to be nutritionally deficient in some way, whether it's protein or calcium or fiber or whatever. If you're under eating, it doesn't matter what diet you're on, you're going to have issues. So even as a vegan, you won't have as vibrant health if you're under eating. It's so important to eat enough, especially on a vegan diet, because we're not eating as dense calories. But eat variety, eat enough, and the protein numbers are actually set on the high end. So my body only needs 46 grams of protein a day, and I easily get 60, sometimes 70. But I eat a lot. I eat 2,400 calories a day, low fat, and I do just fine. So yeah, it's definitely about eating enough and eating a good wide variety. Also, what are the best books on starting to go raw? Not recipe books, but more explaining the benefits. I learned a lot from Dr. Doug Graham's 80-10-10 diet. I don't follow everything in the book because I don't do the mono meals like that or anything. I eat more variety, but I do follow the 80-10-10 idea, where it's 80% of your diet coming from carbs, which would be fruit and veggies and greens, 10% coming from protein, which naturally is in the food that you're eating, and 10% from fats, which would be a little bit of nuts or seeds added to your salad or whatever, focusing mainly on chia, flax, and hemp. So the 80-10-10 diet is really good. There's also Dr. Rick and Karen Dina have the raw food handbook, the raw food nutrition handbook, I think. And they also have rawfoodeducation.com. Nate and I are going to be taking their certification for raw food nutrition in the summer. So that's going to be a thing. And they have a really, really good book. So it's called the Raw Food Nutrition Handbook by Doctors Rick and Karen Dina. But you can also go to their website, rawfoodeducation.com. So that's what I would recommend for books. Or any of ours, if you want. There's recipes, but with all the dates, why add maple syrup? Because I'm Canadian and I love maple syrup. I love maple. I love the flavor. So, whatever. Do you know anyone who healed their rosacea with raw? I don't know personally anyone specifically, but I have heard that it can lessen on raw. But really raw vegan isn't a cure-all for everything. It's just a really great way of supporting your body to do whatever it needs to do. So definitely more raw, the better. Do you wear SPF? Everyone talks about how bad the sun is, but then everyone is but D deficient. I wear SPF in my tinted moisturizer. It's only like SPF 20 or something like that. So it's really light. And I will wear an organic mineral-based SPF if we're out in the sun for hours. Like we're talking hours, like we're hiking like a 4-hour hike. Then I will add sunscreen after like 20 minutes in the sun. I'll wear some on my sensitive parts that typically burn, like the end of your nose or your shoulders or whatever. So I will in very rare circumstances, but I do wear the tinted moisturizer every day. And we walk every day. We live in the desert. It's hot here. It gets to like 117 degrees and the sun burns. So I want to protect my skin by using a natural mineral-based SPF and not the junky other kind. But I also like to go out in the sun without any SPF on so that my skin can make the vitamin D. A lot of raw foodies use Osea. Yes, Osea is another one I forgot to mention. I just ordered some over Christmas and I really like their skincare. Osea for skincare, definitely. I love their masks. They have the red algae mask. I really love that one. Just bought a juicer and made a drink this morning. Great way to get in veggies. Yeah, don't forget to eat a lot of fiber as well. You need the fiber to feed your gut bacteria. I am also post-bariatric surgery too, so I can't eat big meals. There you go. Definitely need to eat smaller meals more often, but add as much raw as you can with your situation, because we're all different. We're all going through different things, so do as best you can. Where can we track calories? I use Chronometer, so www.chronometer.com, and they have an app for that. You can do that. So fun, I stumbled upon your live. I'm surprised you're in Las Vegas. I'm from Alberta too. Yep, from Alberta, born in Edmonton, Alberta, lived there until I was 39 and immigrated. I lived in Oregon with Nate for 2 years before we moved here to Vegas. So yeah, I can only get kale in Germany in the winter. What do you recommend as a substitute? You could still do kale, just use smaller amounts of it. I would honestly, it's so hard because everyone has different situations. So it's hard to recommend anything in your area because I don't know. I don't know the stores. I don't know the markets. I don't know. I can't give any further advice other than maybe try growing your own. Try getting into growing microgreens because you can grow your own like microgreens in your own house and it doesn't take a lot. You can actually go to my husband's page, Raw Natty Nate, with an 8 at the end. And you can find him, you can even DM me if you can't find his Instagram. Raw Natty Nate, he has a 13-day grow along and he's also making a course right now that will be released in April on how to grow sprouts and microgreens. So yeah, you could do that definitely if you are limited on your greens. What confused me about the Candida growth is if I go raw and eat lots of, not sure what you continue to say. Okay, I love maple too. Please save this chat. I'm actually going to save this video and post it on YouTube. So if you want to rewatch it. What are your thoughts on agave syrup and date syrup? We have some date syrup that we got at the date farm that we went to visit with John Kohler. We don't use agave, but we use maple syrup and we do have date syrup. So either or in small amounts. Big difference from Edmonton. Yes, it is a big difference from Edmonton for sure here. I'm in Australia. I have 3 sun cancers from my face. Oh, keen to find a good natural sunscreen if they work. Yeah, the half-life of sun radiation is like, I can't remember what Chris Kendall said. It was like 50 years or something like that. So yeah, the radiation is a big thing. I mean, it is something and it is good to not burn. That's the key, is to not burn. I use Thrive Vegan for makeup. Nice, nice. I'm doing a lot of fruit as much as the bloat and pains allow, plus veggies, etc. Would not be smart to eat high fats. If you're combating Candida overgrowth, I would probably try probiotics and maybe some oil of oregano as well during your phase of that, but I wouldn't recommend high fat personally. That's just me. You said the high fat and high sugar could affect insulin. Does it affect or feed Candida? I'm talking so much. So what happens in the body, as far as what I know, and I'm just sharing what I've researched and what I know and what works for me, is that when you consume high fat and fruit, the high fat prevents your insulin from getting the sugar into your cells for the most part. So your insulin becomes resistant and it has a hard time getting the sugar from your bloodstream into your cell to burn for energy because fat's in the way. When you limit your fat, then any sugar that you do eat, your insulin is sensitive. So it's easy to get the sugar from the cell, from the blood into the cells. Now, if you're eating high fat and then you eat a piece of fruit, all that sugar that's in the bloodstream, if insulin can't get it from the bloodstream into your cells, then yeast is probably going to eat it because it's just sitting there in the bloodstream and yeast is just going to be like, yay. But if you limit the fat down to 10% or so, just focus on chia, flax, hemp, that kind of thing, smaller amounts, and then you will be able to use the sugar before the yeast have a chance to eat it. Plus, you're going to be eating a lot of fiber, which is going to grow your gut microbiome, and they are going to fight off the yeast for you. You don't have to do it because that's what they're there for. I hope that makes sense. Do you track your calories? I did in the beginning. When I first started raw, I did track my calories just to make sure that I was getting enough variety, that I was getting enough nutrition, just to learn about the food that I was eating. I was putting all this food into my body. I wanted to know what I was putting in my body because we don't learn. We just eat whatever we feel like, and you know, we wing it. So I wanted to learn about the food that I was putting in my body. So I did track my calories in the beginning. I don't track right now because I know what I need. So I just kind of look at it and it looks like it is. I will track for YouTube. If I'm doing a what I eat in a day video, I will track to make sure that I'm getting everything. And if I see I'm a little low in calcium, then maybe the next day I eat more bok choy or more greens in my salad, more variety, whatever. I'll just tweak it based on that. I don't really worry too much about the little things because I can just work better the next day, all right? Or if I we do the blood tests and I see that maybe I'm low on iron, then I'll work towards getting more iron. Like I don't know. So definitely going to look at that. But yeah, I don't track right now, but I did in the beginning. Do you do one-on-one coaching? I do. It's $100 USD an hour and we do Zoom calls, but I book about 2 to 3 weeks out. So if you do book, it'll be in 2 to 3 weeks to do a coaching call. Is there such thing as vegan shampoo and body wash? Yes, Monat, M-O-N-A-T. That's what I use. It's vegan company. I think they're a vegan company. At least all their products are vegan. Their skincare stuff is all vegan too. So it's pretty cool. Should or can kids age 10 and 14 go kind of raw? You can give them raw. Of course they can eat raw. They love fruit. They're still people, and kids eat the worst food these days. Like, they get the worst food on the menu. Like, I can't believe what we feed our kids these days. Processed food and junk. Like, they need raw food and they need more of it. You might not want to put them on all raw diet. It depends on where you're at and your knowledge as well, because you do have to make sure that they eat properly and enough. But definitely add more raw into their diet. Get rid of dairy. Get rid of that kind of stuff. I'm going to finally purchase the bundle. Yay! Grab the bundle. There's only 3 days left to grab the bundle. It's over March 2nd on Wednesday. So yeah, less than 3 days left. It's $49. You're getting almost $5,000 worth of content. The link is in the chat or in my bio. Do you know Brooke Goldner? She is also a good resource. Yes, she's in the bundle too. She's got a class that once you buy the bundle, once the bundle's over, everyone's going to be emailed a special link to log into her product. So yeah, definitely grab the bundle. Brooke Goldner's cool too. There's so many doctors in this bundle. Dr. McDougall made something for the bundle. There's a lot of gold. So definitely go check it out. The link is in the chat. I'm going to sign off right now because I need to go eat some lunch. We got one more question here. Mine love fruit and will eat veggies, but I want to get off dairy. Is rolled oats okay for them, or more grains like that? No good. It's vegan. I'd much rather see people eat oats than dairy and animal products. So it's not, remember, it's not about going all raw and being perfect and all that. Oats are fine. If you want to eat oats, then eat oats. I personally don't eat oats, but give it a shot. Give it a shot. Limit the animal products or get rid of them and add more variety of plant foods to their diet. So I'm glad that you guys were here. Great live. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you want to support me, grab the bundle. It's only available for 3 days, actually 2.5 days. So that's a great way to support me. Head over to my YouTube channel, check out some of my videos. I've got free recipes here on my Instagram and my guides. You can get the app. It's rawfoodromance.com if you're interested, but I'm going to save this live and put it on YouTube for anyone who might have missed the beginning. We had Chef AJ on and we had Dr. Colin Zhu too, so I really want to save this live and share it on there. I've cut almost all oil. Good stuff. Yeah, awesome. I have some of your books from previous bundle. What are your favorite dressings? Ooh, we'll end on that. So favorite dressings right now, they change every day, every week. I have like different favorites. I've got hundreds of recipes so there's so many, but I really like miso Caesar. That's one of my favorites. The mahini curry from Meal Plan 3. I've got the sweet maple mustard, my French dressing, which is always a favorite. The Greek dressing. Nate has like a creamy French one that he likes to make. The pepita citrus from Nate's Dude Food is a really good one. Whew, there's a lot. There's a lot, but that's a few that I'll leave you guys with. But thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys so much. Mwah! And until the next video, as always, fruit on.